What's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 13, Episode 10. What is going on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? What's going on? I know y'all been waiting on me. I'm sorry, but I had to rewind that damn show a couple of times because I had fallen asleep. Baby, I am tired. Okay, I have had a rough day today. As you can see, I ain't even got no earrings on, so that should let you know that I ain't had no good day today. But we here, and I know y'all been waiting on me to get this video done and get it together. I know y'all been sitting here at the door waiting on me. Okay, y'all been waiting, and we're gonna get into some things tonight because the bitches are delusional. They are delusional, and it's really sad that we got to pick the lesser of two evils. One is more delusional than the other, and that is crazy to me. But we're gonna get into it though. Y'all know we are. And that's the main reason why y'all been waiting on me. I ain't even sitting up here front. And I'm like, I was laying in this bed and I was like, my people waiting on me to do this video. I already know they are. After what I just saw, girl. And on top of that, I see that Love and Hip Hop is trending on Twitter, and I ain't seen Love and Hip Hop trend on Twitter in quite some motherfucking time, for real. I ain't seen Love and Hip Hop trend in forever, okay? And I'm just letting y'all know right now, somebody's finna get dragged. And y'all kind of already know who about to get dragged anyway. Y'all kind of already know who finna get dragged. If you watch my videos enough, you know who finna get dragged up in this bitch, okay? Y'all already know this, okay? And when I tell you somebody really believe that they are way more important than what they really are, this motherfucker really think they're important. And baby, I'm telling you, the people gonna realize that they're not that damn important. They're really gonna see that they're not that fucking important, if at all, child. They're not important. Give me 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second, because the people are delusional. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Because we in this bitch. We in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to run over here and get my medicine. I'm sure I gotta take my medicine. There we go. I had to take my medicine, y'all, because it's been 8 hours now. And you know they always say when you just got your wisdom tooth taken out, you got to stay on the meds, honey. You got to stay on them. Let me see. Not Prune Juice about to get dragged. This Yandy and Rasheeda scene about to be the most watched on YouTube. Oh, y'all already know. She is that lady in the workplace who refuses to retire and don't help none. Y'all already get me going. Y'all get me going. You just wait. And then the fact that Yandy mentioned K. Michelle was just, I'm like, girl, okay? Y'all just wait. Y'all know we get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. And I see we already got over 100 people up in here already. And I really do appreciate that, y'all. Let me see. Let's see. Because I know y'all ready. And I'm ready too. I've been daydreaming about this damn shit all day. Oh my God. Let me see. Okay, we got 8 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's time for the motherfucking review, you guys. Make sure you guys are sharing it and all of those things, okay? So let's get into it, because this is what y'all been waiting on. We're going to start it off with Scrappy and Shakira, okay? Now, Scrappy comes over to visit his son, and we find out that, you know, Scrappy is pretty much saying that he really wants to be around for his son. It's not necessarily about Shakira. Shakira going around telling people that her and Scrappy are fucking, and that, you know, that's just what they're doing. But Scrappy says that he's not fucking Shakira at all. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's just one of them things where, like, what's going on here? Like what you doing? Like, what you talking about? So Shakira was like, well, the baby had a 6-month birthday party and you did not come. And then Scrappy said that boy ain't gonna believe, ain't even gonna remember that damn party, which he not. But you still should have been there, Scrappy. And then you sitting up here talking about every time I pick him up or every time I hold him, he be looking at me crazy. He be growling at me. And then Shakira was like, he should. And then he was like, well, why not? Why should he be looking at me like that? I'm his daddy. And then that's when Shakira said, well, he don't know you. So what do you expect him to do? And I'm just like, right. If the baby don't know you, then he's not going to be all smiles when he see your bitch ass. Like, I don't know what the fuck you expect, but it wasn't going to be lollipops and roses when this little boy don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about and what you on? So then Scrappy says that he don't want to sleep with Shakira no more. Like, he with Brittany now. He's trying to move forward with his life. You know, Shakira is about too much drama and he'd rather move on with Brittany. But my thing with Scrappy is this. You had no business fucking on Shakira anyway. You already got her pregnant, do a goddamn threesome, and then you kept after you got pregnant. And then she telling everybody that would listen that every time you go to your little dates with Brittany, you come back to her house to come and her. And now because you keep fucking her, she feels entitled because you're fucking her. So now she's gonna ruin your shit. But ain't nobody got you really ain't got nobody but yourself to blame for that, Scrappy, because at the end of the day, you're the one who keep inviting this damn energy to you. You know how to keep your dick in your motherfucking pants, and then you wonder why you be in the situations that you be motherfucking in, because you always doing the same old bullshit at the age of 40-something years old. You still on the same shit that you was on when Love and Hip Hop first came on, and that was in 2012. So everybody ain't finna be Erica. Everybody ain't finna be Shay, and everybody ain't finna be Bambi. Everybody ain't got time for your bullshit. And Shakira is just meeting you where you are, and you can't handle it, and you can't take it, and that's what the fuck you get. You know what I'm saying? So Shakira says that she wants to move back to New York, but Scrappy said that she ain't moving back. I don't give a fuck if she had your baby, Scrappy. You can't tell her where the fuck for her to live. If she don't feel like Atlanta is the place for her, then she should go right back to New York. It's not like you coming by to see the baby anyway. You convinced this girl to move down here to Atlanta. You convinced her it will be best for her to move here for the baby, a baby that you barely even see. And then when she sit up here and when she tells them that I want to move back to New York, then you want to look at her and tell her what she ain't gonna do. No, bitch, what are you gonna do if she moves to New York? Nothing. There's nothing you can do about it. She don't want to be in Atlanta no more. You don't see the baby, and I really feel like you sold her ass a damn dream too. I feel like you sold her ass a dream. Because otherwise, she wouldn't be feeling the way that she's feeling, and she wouldn't feel so entitled like she does. You sold her a dream. You sold her ass a dream, and now you can't take after you done sold her ass a fucking dream. You can't take. You can't take. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? She ain't got to go back to New York if she don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Selling dreams, got this girl thinking you got on Love and Hip Hop. That's one thing. So at least she getting the check, but she thought that she was gonna get the check and get the man too, and the man never wanted her in the first place. The man wanted the fuck, and that's what happened. And then you wanted her pregnant. I never heard of nobody getting pregnant out of a threesome anyway. That's some new shit that I've heard, but to each his own. Okay, to each his own. I don't know why she thought she was gonna be a prize. Peace and love. I don't know why she thought that she was a prize. And then Scrappy treats everybody the same way. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what these women don't understand and what they don't see, but Scrappy treats everybody the same way, and he puts one woman at a time on a pedestal and make the woman that's on a pedestal think that she's better than the rest of the bitches that he with. And it's not like that, because let's go down the list, shall we? He made Erica Dixon think that she was the #1 draft pick, and he always treated her like shit, because he always knew that no matter what he did or where he went or who he fucked, he could always come back to Erica because that's the baby mama. He always figured that he could always come back to her and she would always accept him with open arms. He always felt that way. And the thing about it is, she made him feel like he could come back to her. And then even the fans, they always put her on this damn pedestal like, well, that's the person that Scrappy always loved. That's the person he always loved. Baby, that's the person that he always used as a fucking doormat. Just because she the baby mama don't mean shit. He treated her like a damn doormat. The same way with Shay, thinking that she was the number one draft pick, knowing that he was going right back to Erica. Just like he made Erica the number one draft pick, knowing that he always wanted Diamond. Just like he put Bambi on the pedestal. And once he got with Bambi, Erica wasn't shit to him no more. Once Bambi and him went through their shit and got a divorce, what did he do? He went right over there to Erica trying to get back with her. And now Erica wasn't budging, at least she was acting like she wasn't. You done got Shakira pregnant, so now Erica over here to the side, and now you got you this new girl named Brittany, and now Shakira feeling like shit like the other women do. You do the same thing with everybody that you fuck with. You make them thinking that they the main this and they the main that, and they more important than what they already are, and then they're really not, because they arguing with each other about positions and what position they hold in your life when they really ain't got no motherfucking position. And that's the God's to honest fucking truth. They really ain't got no motherfucking position at all. But you can't tell them that. But anyway, moving on to the next one. So we get Kirk, Rasheeda, Jasmine, and Jessica White, which is so crazy to me that they're meeting up, having afternoon brunch with Jasmine. After all that shit that they've been talking about Jasmine, making her out to be a bad mama, Rasheeda never want to have nothing to do with Jasmine. Now she just all of a sudden they best friends meeting up for brunch and shit and sitting across from each other at the table, laughing and talking and joking and shit. Rasheeda's so fucking fake, y'all. And y'all already know y'all already know that Rasheeda gonna get red over here. Y'all already know that, period. Y'all know this already. So it's really nothing. But yeah, so what else is going on? So let's see. Let me see what's going on. So Jasmine and Jessica downloads the frost on what happened at the brunch. They say that, they got into it with Yandy at the brunch, and Yandy said all this stuff about, Kirk and Georgia Prune and all this other stuff. And Rasheeda says, I really just want Yandy to stop talking about me and Kirk. Here's my thing with Rasheeda. I'm trying to understand why the fuck she's so mad. Because why the fuck are you mad, Rasheeda, when you started this shit? You started it. You started it. You started it last season. You were mad because Erica Banks put you on blast to Yandy. Yandy came back and asked you what was said and what was done. Your bitch ass tried to lie about what actually happened, only to find out that you really did say that shit, and you got mad with Erica Banks because she said what the fuck she said. So here I am still trying to figure out, why the fuck are you mad? And what's your reasoning to be mad? Because there is no point for you to be mad about nothing that happened, because Yandy literally didn't do nothing to you. And then not to mention, you was sitting your ass in the confessionals and you was throwing shade at her marriage and saying that, people be talking, and there's a lot of stuff that people be saying in the streets about me in DC, as if don't nobody say nothing about your motherfucking husband, as if people wasn't talking about your motherfucking husband. And when it was talking about your motherfucking husband, you had a problem with that. But you got so much joy and delight of talking about Yandy's husband and all this other stuff when Yandy alligator mouth ass, when only doing nothing but trying to be down for you and be a friend to you, something that you are never to anybody else. You're never a friend to no fucking body else. But yeah, here she go. Here go Yandy, not wanting to fuck with Jasmine because of you, because you her friend, confronting Jasmine because you are her friend. But the first chance you got to talk about some discourse in Yandy and DC marriage, you took it. You were never a motherfucking friend. So for you to sit up here and say, I really want Yandy to stop talking about me and Kirk, girl, you started with the talking in the damn confessionals. You started with the talking when you went on, Carlos King's podcast. Hey, Raindrops. That's what you did. So you the one that's in the wrong. I don't even know why you mad. And now you mad at Yandy for saying shit about you and Kirk when you and Kirk was sitting out here insinuating shit in these interviews about Yandy and DC marriage. And let's be clear. Yandy ain't shit. Rasheeda ain't shit. Kirk ain't shit. Mendici ain't shit. Yandy and Rasheeda are one and the same. Kirk and Mendici are one and the same. Both of them got some weak ass marriages. So at the end of the motherfucking day, nobody can talk about, neither one of these motherfuckers can talk about anybody's husband. Rasheeda can't talk about Mendici. Yandy can't talk about Kirk. Yandy can't talk about Rasheeda, and Rasheeda cannot talk about Yandy. Neither one of you hoes are really worth talking about, so what the fuck are you talking about? Neither one of y'all can talk about the other. Neither one of y'all can talk about each other's marriages. Both of y'all husbands are doing shit behind y'all motherfucking back, and y'all still staying with them. So what the fuck you talking about? So for Rasheeda to sit her Welch's prune juice ass on my screen, and I hear her say that Yandy needs to stop talking about her and Kirk as if she ain't been talking about Yandy her own motherfucking self. Girl, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Jessica and Rasheeda says that Yandy is deflecting, just like Rasheeda has been deflecting for years about what the fuck her man been doing. She's always deflecting on what's really going on. Like, what we talking about here? What about your husband being in that dirty ass hot tub with Benzino and 5 other bitches? What about that? What about your husband swiping your motherfucking kid after you had him? What about that? Getting a DNA test running your own motherfucking child that he had with you and you supposed to be married to him? What about that? What about how you went and got a baby on Rasheeda with the same motherfucker that you sitting at the table with her at? Okay? What about that? But y'all talk about motherfuckers deflecting when you two motherfuckers been deflecting for years and wanted to sit up here and point the finger at Jasmine as if her legs were just cocked open for no motherfucking reason. Like you wasn't between those legs that was cocked open. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Seriously. Kirk says that Rasheeda needs to shut Yandy down. It's time that she shut Yandy down. It's time for you to shut the fuck up, Kirk, and stop being a bitch ass nigga. That's what you need to do. It's about time since Rasheeda needs to shut Yandy down. I want to see you shut Mendici down. Cause I ain't never seen you shut no nigga down on no show. Only thing I've ever heard you say, only time I ever heard you argue with somebody is when it was another woman. Like, but you know, you couldn't handle K. Michelle's reads. You know, you couldn't handle that. So it is what it is. Like, so Kirk, shut the fuck up. You're a bitch, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And then Jasmine and Jessica also agrees that Rasheeda needs to shut Yandy down. Here's my thing, Jasmine, you a damn fool. Okay, you a damn fool because Kirk and Rasheeda ain't doing nothing but using you because they know they need you in order to stay afloat on this show, because without you, they ain't got shit to talk about. Without you, they're not entertaining, okay? And Jessica, you're a floater. You really don't serve no purpose on this motherfucking show. None of us understand why you're here, okay? Because your first season, all the fuck you did was cry about Nick Cannon, and he never acknowledged your ass in public. So what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you here? But you look cute in the scene, though. You and Jasmine, all, you know, even Rasheeda with that Addams Family wig she had on, all y'all look good in the scene. I can't give you that, but it like all you motherfuckers are stupid. Like, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me, and I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Anyway, we're going into Jessica and Sierra. Now, Jessica checks in on Sierra, and Sierra says, people don't understand what I'm going through. I had 4 miscarriages, and it's just something about this miscarriage that just got me in this situation. And I just don't know what to do. And nobody knows what I'm going through. And I just don't know. And you know, I'm just crazy as hell because I just had a miscarriage and I'm still pumping shit in my face. I'm still pumping shit in my damn lips, and I'm sitting up here crying and shit, and my face is so plastic that I can't even see the tears running down my face. People don't understand what I'm going through, Jessica. And Jessica, you the only one who understands because you just as crazy as me. So, of course, I can talk to you about anything, Jessica. You the only one that get what I'm saying. Girl, Sierra's another one that get on my nerves. Like, I feel some compassion for her because she lost her child and all that. Like, I feel some compassion for her. Don't get me wrong, I do. But she get on my nerves. Because I be scared because every time I see Sierra on my screen, she look like a motherfucking balloon that's about to pop. Like, real shit. Like, she look like a fucking balloon that's about to pop. And I can't with that. I can't with that. Like, girl, go somewhere and sit your ass down. Stop injecting yourself in the damn face. Stop doing that. Let me see what else is going on, honey. What else? Because she just horrendous. Jessica's there for Sierra, and Jessica says that she got into it with Karlie and Yandy, and she really ain't got nothing to say to now one of these hoes, to be quite honest, and that's just what it is. So we ain't got nothing to say to you either, Jessica White. We don't even know why you here, okay? So we get into Scrappy, Jock, Zane, and 24. Don't know why the fuck 24 here. I mean, we barely seen 24 on this show. We saw Salma for a couple of minutes, and she had this argument with Erica Banks. We barely seen Erica Banks on this motherfucker. So it is what it is. But okay. Scrappy asks what's going on. Jock says that Kendra heard that he was in New Orleans with another woman. And Zane wants to know how Kendra feels about the Instagram post. And then, Jock says, of course, she feels some type of way about the Instagram post, but I just ain't got time for every time somebody brings something to her. She always talking about a divorce. Now, let me just tell you something, Jock. And I like you, Jock. You probably one of my favorite toxic bitch ass niggas I've ever seen on national TV, like you are. But you got to understand where that girl coming from. And I know people don't really give, people really don't give Kendra no grace or nothing like that because she chooses to stay with Jock, and I definitely understand that shit wholeheartedly. I do understand, but let me just say this though: at the end of the day, Jock, you did this. You're the reason. You're the reason why she thinks the way that she thinks. You're the reason why, because you have constantly cheated on this lady multiple times, even got a baby on her. So every time somebody brings something to her, yeah, she gonna question you about it. And yeah, she's gonna bring up divorce. Although her ass ain't finna get no motherfucking divorce because she knows she ain't leaving you. Okay? She knows she ain't leaving you, so I don't even know why she constantly brings up divorce anyway. But my point of the matter is that she knows she knows that she's not leaving you. So my whole point is, I don't even know why she be trying to play the radio with folks when she knows she ain't going nowhere. But my thing is, you can't get mad with her for feeling some type of way every time she gets some information, because 9 times out of 10, that shit just might be true because you fucks down and you done it in the past. You've done it in the past. So why are you mad because she's figuring you out and not really figuring you out, but she's questioning you and she's getting herself ready for a divorce? Like I said, she ain't never going nowhere. So even with her talking about a divorce, I don't even know why your ass is sitting up here all bothered and pressed because she's talking about getting a divorce. You should know by now she ain't going no motherfucking where. She ain't finna go nowhere. She ain't finna get rid of you. You already know that. So what the fuck we talking about here? Like, what we talking about? So you can't get mad at your own. You can't get mad at Kendra because your track record is fucked up. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself, and you just gonna have to face it and own that shit. You did that. So it is what it is. Like, bitch, what you talking about? So, and look, if he's tired of Kendra, he might as well just say, bitch, I'm tired of you. Just say that, because for you to get mad because she is like pretty much calling you out about what she heard is crazy, because she done went through worse shit with you. So yeah, she gonna call you out, and yeah, she gonna ask you questions. I mean, that's just the basis of the situation. Get over it. Let me see. Scrappy brings up something that Salma said, and then Scrappy proposes a trip to Puerto Rico. I forgot what Salma actually said, and what Scrappy brought up is probably got something to do with Brittany. I really don't know, and I really don't give a fuck because I don't care what Salma said with her crazy ass. But Scrappy proposes a trip to Puerto Rico. So basically, they're foreshadowing that they're about to go on a cash trip to Puerto Rico. Basically, it seems like Love and Hip Hop nowadays they always go somewhere where it's hot. That's where they like to go, somewhere, kind of tropical or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the basis of that. So now we're going to move on and get into Karlie and Sierra. Karlie says the last time she saw Sierra, she knew that something was wrong with Sierra, and she knew that Sierra wasn't herself. And she really is worried about Sierra, and she really wants to know what she can do to help. Sierra reveals to Karlie that she's having a miscarriage. She had a miscarriage. She's been taking antidepressants and drinking wine and stuff. And she's been going through a big depression at this point. And she just don't know what to do. But she does know that she needs help. And, Karlie is there for Ciara. You know what I mean? You know, two tight-faced people got to stick together. People with bad lips got to stick together. I feel y'all on that. I understand. But yes, they're there for one another in this moment. And you know, Ciara says that she missed Karlie. And Karlie was basically saying that she's gonna be there for Ciara, like regardless of what issues they've had in the past and things like that. She just wanna be there for Ciara. And we do, if you guys remember a while ago, Ciara and Karlie used to be really good friends. Like they were friends at one point in time, but I think the friendship kind of changed around like season 9, like that season right when COVID was hitting. That season right there is where everything kind of changed between the two of them, and the friendship wasn't the same. So it's kind of like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. So I definitely understand and I get where, you know, they're coming from. They're two old friends trying to get back together. And you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, because when you're two friends that sit up here and got some fucked up ass work done on your face, you gotta comfort each other in some kind of way. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. So yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, this episode was very Ciara and Jock and Kendra heavy. It was very heavy on them. I don't know if anybody else realized that, but I did. Moving on to Jock and Kendra. So Jock confronts Kendra. No, Kendra comes over and she confronts Jock about the Instagram post that he made in regards to their marriage, right? And let me see. Kendra says that she felt blindsided by the posting. And so Jock was like, well, I understand why you felt blindsided by the post. But I mean, I was just only saying how I felt because you kept on talking about divorce papers. And Kendra said, I never drafted any divorce papers. I lied. I never drafted any. And then Jock was like, well, why would you say that then? Like, why even put that out there? Like, you really just, drafted some divorce papers and you did all this and you did all that and it never really happened. Why say that? And that's the same thing that I was getting ready to say, because I'm just like, bruh, like, what was your purpose of sitting up here lying about drafting divorce papers? I think that was childish as fuck. And I think he was using it as a scare tactic for Jock. And the only thing that he chose to do was take his ass on the social media and to expose you and everything that you had going on in your marriage. And so, Kendra says that Jock was out of line for posting, but Jock says that Kendra should have never mentioned divorce. You can't tell nobody what not to mention when they're getting information that you was out here fucking on another bitch. Like, you can't tell nobody what to mention. Of course she mentioned divorce because she heard that you was fucking another bitch. But at the same point in time though, Kendra, you can't sit up here and make all these empty ass threats like you really gonna do something and you know you not about that life. You're not about that life, girl. You're not getting rid of him, girl. You ain't gonna do shit, girl. You're not gonna do a motherfucking thing, girl. You're not gonna do shit. So what's the point of you even saying that I drafted some divorce papers when you know goddamn well you did? Now, I understand, Jock, when it come down to that. Now, if you know you ain't did that, then don't sit up here and say you did it, because you know you didn't. Okay, stop it with the fuck shit now. Stop it. Where we at here? Okay, so then and another thing too, if Jock felt some type of way about divorce proceedings and shit, social media wasn't the place to do that. And Kendra did say that marital business was not for social media, and is not. But all I'm gonna say is this, Kendra, if you ain't gonna talk the talk, if you ain't gonna walk the walk, then don't talk the talk. I'm tired of hearing your ass scream and yell at Jock on every season about what a man is supposed to be and what you expect from a man and shit like that. I'm about tired of the scream, because every time I turn around, you threaten to divorce him when you know you ain't going nowhere. Like, please get the fuck out of here, okay? Where we at? So then Ciara, Zay, and Jessica. Now Jessica invites them to this session. Ciara tells her story about miscarrying, and Ciara says that she's hurt when Zay shuts down. Okay, they have this emotional moment, and that was it. Whatever. So now we get to the get down of the get down, and that is Yandy and Rasheeda. And I know y'all been waiting on me to get to this entire time. I probably could have spent all of 40 minutes talking about Yandy and Rasheeda, and y'all would have been just fine with that. First of all, before we get into that though, shout out to the 251 people that's up in here. I really appreciate you all. Before we even get to the whole Yandy and Rasheeda of it all, my book comes out on September the 23rd, so make sure you guys pick it up. It will be on Kindle and Amazon Books. Right now, it's up for pre-orders as well. It's up for pre-order on Amazon and Kindle, so make sure you guys pre-order your ebook right now on Amazon. And if you want a signed physical copy from me, go to the PayPal and pre-order there. And I'm about to get all the books that you guys have pre-ordered so I can send them to y'all, okay? I just got a notification through my email that the books are on the way, okay? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into Yandy and Rasheeda. So now we finally see Yandy and Rasheeda sit down and talk, right? Because they've been in the same rooms and shit, but Yandy runs off whenever you know, she see Yandy coming, she runs off, bitch. Like, she runs the fuck off, okay? But now Rasheeda, after talking to her husband and her messy ass husband telling her that she needs to shut, you know, Yandy down, she decides that she want to go meet up with Rasheeda. I mean, with Yandy. Yandy sitting at the table looking at her phone, and Rasheeda pops in, already on 10, already mad, already got her attitude ready. Yandy looks up at Rasheeda and said, I'm glad you came. I've been here waiting. And I just, you know, I've heard that you had a whole lot to say. And I want you to say it right now to my face. And then Rasheeda was like, wait, you said I had a lot to say? And then Yandy said, I said I heard you had a whole lot to say. And now that you're in my face, let's talk about it. And it was like, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. I know we can talk about it. So anyway, Rasheeda says, I just feel like you cannot stop talking about me and Kirk. First of all, who ain't been talking about you and Kirk? Let's start there. Number two, you the one that's been running around here talking about Yandy and me in DC. You're the one. You're the one that's been doing that. That's number one. I mean, that's number two. Number three, why you acting like Yandy did something to you? She ain't do shit to you. So I'm trying to understand why the fuck you're so mad right now. I just want to know why the fuck you mad. Because you real mad. Like somebody really did something to you and ain't nobody do shit to you. And you're doing the same shit to Yandy that you did to Kalina. All of a sudden, you had a problem with Kalina. And fuck all that Diddy shit that Kalina was in and all that. I get that. Don't nobody like Kalina. Don't nobody feel sorry for her because of the, you know, of the Diddy shit. But Rasheeda did that same shit to Kalina. All of a sudden, she got a problem with her. All of a fucking sudden. All of a sudden had a problem with Kalina. Took Tammy's side over Kalina, somebody that she had been friends with for years. So just like, girl, what? And so Rasheeda claims that Yandy is deflecting from her marriage. Girl, that's all you ever do is deflect. So what the fuck you talking about? You always deflecting. Whenever somebody says something to you about your shit with Kirk, you deflect and you blame it on Jasmine. That's what the fuck you do. So you're the queen of deflection. Let's get that right. And the fact is, you didn't want to talk. You deflected to Kate Michelle because you and Kirk were boring that first season of Love and Hip Hop. So you would know what deflection is. So I might need for you to shut the fuck up. Because it's like, girl, what you mean? So Yandy says Rasheeda needs to say things to her face. Here go Rasheeda. Well, I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. Yeah, because you were motioned to sit there, bitch. You were motioned to sit there. Okay, you were motioned to sit there. Okay, that's why you're sitting there talking to Yandy, because you've been in scenes with her this season and you storm off every time you around. But see, now you big and bad and bold because your bitch ass husband and put a battery in your motherfucking back, the same battery that he probably was putting in Jasmine's back. So what do you mean? At the end of the day, I don't care. Like, y'all want to sit up here and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna argue with nobody in the comments right now. I'm not, because I'm not even trying to buy into that whole Rasheeda ate Yandy up, because Rasheeda didn't eat shit. Rasheeda didn't even eat a crumb. At the end of the day, Rasheeda looks bothered. So she didn't eat Yandy up for shit because she looks bothered. Because what the fuck is she mad for? That's what I'm trying to understand. What the fuck is Rasheeda mad about? Yandy didn't do shit to her. So for anybody who thinks that Rasheeda ate Yandy up is a damn fool, in my opinion, no disrespect, because she the one looking pressed, not Yandy. She's sitting there screaming to the top of her lungs, pointing her fingers, doing all that, while Yandy's sitting there cool as a cucumber, because at the end of the day, Rasheeda is mad for no motherfucking reason. Rasheeda mad for no reason. What is she mad about? If she had a reason to be mad, then maybe I could say that she ate. But Rasheeda looks bothered. And for what reason? She mad as fuck. And for what? If anything, Yandy should be mad. Rasheeda was out here talking about her husband. Rasheeda was making insinuations in her confessionals last season. Rasheeda was sitting on Carlos King stuff, insinuating that she knew something about whatever men DC were doing. She did do that. So Yandy got every right to feel some type of way, because guess what? Yandy never did that shit to Rasheeda. Yandy never mimicked her, never made fun of her marriage. Yandy never did none of that. If anything, Yandy was standing in the paint for Rasheeda, getting into it with Jasmine for Rasheeda. So that's why I'm kind of confused as to how anybody's seeing Rasheeda right now when no one did anything to that girl. No one did anything to Rasheeda. I'm trying to understand it. Like, it's crazy to me. What we talking about? Let me see. Where we at? So then Yandy says that Rasheeda sits around and she laughs at other people's situation. She do. She does. She laughs at everybody else's situation. She always got something to say about somebody else's situation. Okay? The same way she was mad at K. Michelle, as if K. Michelle said that her man put hands on her. That didn't have nothing to do with you, but you chose to sit there and say, maybe he's not doing that because that's not something that he did to you. Like, that ain't nothing to tell nobody. So I'm like, what you mean? You sitting up here laughing at Yandy shit right now because you think it's funny because it ain't you. Now that it ain't you, you got so much to say about what somebody else got going on in their marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Let me see. Yandy says, no, Rasheeda says, I'm not about to play these games with you. I'm not finna play these games with you. I'm not finna play these games. Banging on tables and shit. Rasheeda, you ain't scaring no damn body. Who are you scaring? You ain't scaring nobody at all. And my whole thing is, you started this shit and you mad like somebody did something to you. That's the thing that I don't understand. How the fuck you mad and you the one who started the shit? You feel what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck you mad? It's crazy to me. It's real crazy. But anyway, moving on. Yandy says that Rasheeda been running from her. Rasheeda said, I ain't been running from shit. I ain't been running from shit. Yes, you have. You've been in 2 scenes with Yandy when it was a group and you stormed out because you say you hate that bitch and you didn't want to be around that bitch. Your exact words. So you have been running. Rasheeda says that Yandy isn't relevant. If Yandy isn't relevant, then what are you? What are you? If Yandy's not relevant, what are you? We're not buying your music. And the only time you get a bump in streams is when we're making fun of your music on TikTok. Yandy on the same show as you. Yandy get talked about just like you do when the show comes on. So I'm trying to understand what makes you think that she's not relevant and you are. Because you ain't been relevant for shit besides being a poster child or being a doting wife to be cheated on. You right there with saints and sinners. So what the fuck are you damn relevant for? Like, I'm trying to understand who the fuck Rasheeda thinks she really is in this bitch. Cause she ain't really nobody. So, cause girl, you ain't shit to this show. If you left this motherfucker right now, we wouldn't miss you. But we ain't made it to that part yet. We ain't made it to that part yet. And then after Rasheeda says that Yandy ain't relevant, she says that Mendici don't like her. Don't like Yandy. Kirk likes Jasmine more than he likes you. His face lights up whenever Jasmine walks through the room. Okay? His face lights up when she walks in the room. He actually loves and adores Jasmine, in my opinion. I ain't never seen him light up like that when you was around. But okay. Yandy says, and then she also says that Yandy can't hold a candle to her. Rasheeda, who are you? All the stuff you saying about Yandy, all of that could go to you. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? This is what I'm saying. Everybody, some of y'all talking about Rasheeda ate Yandy up when really Rasheeda ate herself up because everything she said about Yandy applies to her. Because once again, you the same bitch. So what the fuck are you talking about? But okay, girl, let's move on. Yandy says that she gave Rasheeda a job. And then Rasheeda claims that I increased ratings. Everybody knows who the queen and king of love and hip hop is. And that's me and Kurt. Bitch. This your house, this your city, this your franchise. It's not. So let's be clear. Yandy is the reason why there is a love in hip hop. Okay. And no matter how the fuck we feel about Love and Hip Hop New York and how that was probably one of the worst ones out of the franchise or whatever, no matter how we feel about that show paved the way for Georgia Prune and her bags to be relevant. Because without Love and Hip Hop, that motherfucker wouldn't be nowhere in the conversation. So let's be clear. Okay. Talking about you boost ratings up. Why the ratings ain't boosted up now then? Since you and Kirk bring so many ratings and shit. Why the ratings ain't boosted up now? And if we talking about the king and queen of this motherfucker, sure the fuck ain't you. It ain't you. It was never you. And I don't know why the hell anybody would ever think otherwise. Because it ain't you. You ain't never brought nothing valuable to this motherfucker. Well, like, what you mean? Like, what you talking about? I boost ratings. So why the ratings ain't boosted now then? You look delusional as fuck sitting there talking all that bullshit. Talk all that fucking shit and looking stupid. Looking dumb and fucking stupid right now. Like, that's what you doing. Like, I don't understand what the hell make you believe that you're the queen of love and hip hop, and that Kirk is the fucking king of love and hip hop, the love and hip hop franchise. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What make you think that's true? I'm trying to see what the fuck makes you think that shit is true. Like, it's crazy. You're delusional. You way more delusional than I thought you was. Because everything about you was questionable, including those AliExpress clothes that you sell at your store. So what do you mean? I couldn't even believe that she really sat up there and said that. So Yandy starts showing them cabin videos. And then that's when Rasheeda talking about you showing some old ass cabin videos. Like, that shit is like that shit not on motherfucking YouTube or whatever. I own my shit. I stand 10 toes down on my shit. Oh, girl, shut the fuck up. And then they start dissing each other's men, which I felt like was laughable because neither one of their men are really worth talking about or worth dissing each other about anyway. And then Rasheeda says that Yandy needs to go back to New York. And here's my thing. That is really the issue right now. They don't want Yandy in Atlanta. They didn't want her here. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't want Yandy ass on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta either because it don't look right with her being here. Like, take your ass back to New York. Take your ass back to New York, okay? What you mean? What you mean? So it's just like, girl, what? What you mean? It is what it is. Like, this shit is crazy to me. Like, are you fucking for real now? Are you for real? Like, please. But talking about some, she need to go back to New York. And then Yandy did say that that she comes, she rides the backs of other women like K Michelle. When she brought up K Michelle, I'm like, yup, you better say that. Like, Rasheeda really didn't have nothing to say. All she did was come into this motherfucker with a whole bunch of insults, wanting to diss somebody else's husband, knowing that if somebody said anything about her bitch ass husband, she'll be somewhere sitting up there crying. And like I said, Kirk and Rasheeda, they're intimidated by Yandy and DC being in motherfucking Atlanta. They are, because they keep on saying they need to go back to where the fuck they came from. And I too think that they should go back to where they came from. But in the same breath, I do feel like this. If the presence of Yandy and Mendici is going to piss Rasheeda and Kirk off, I would rather them stay. Rasheeda is not a girl's girl. Rasheeda is not nobody's friend. She has shown people that time and time again, okay? Starting with K Michelle, following Kalina, following Karlie. She has shown that she ain't nobody's friend. And now she's doing the same thing with Yandy that she did with fucking Kalina. We sitting up here wondering what the fuck did Yandy really do to Rasheeda for her to be so motherfucking mad? Because why the fuck you mad? Like, why the fuck are you mad? So why are you so damn mad? You feel what I'm saying? But you portray yourself to be this big girl's girl, and you love the women, and you love this, and you love girls, you love friendships with other women and stuff like that. But you don't really give a fuck about these women. You don't give a fuck about these girls and this female empowerment shit. You don't give a fuck about that. You're not no girl's girl. Get the fuck out of here. I just don't like Rasheeda, but we all know this already, so it ain't really nothing. But anytime I get the chance to dog Rasheeda, I'm gonna do it. And people can say whatever the fuck they want to say about it, but I'm just here to call it out for what it is. Like, Rasheeda ain't shit. That girl ain't nothing to nobody. And the fact she's sitting up here trying to, like, that whole conversation that she had with Yandy, she wasn't trying to solve any issues. She was up here trying to prove that she was better than Yandy. And I'm trying to understand what made her be better than Yandy. That's what I'm trying to see. What made you better? Like, what made you better than her? That's what I'm trying to figure out or understand. But girl, please, the fact that you said that you are the queen of the Love and Hip Hop franchise, that's the part that really got me bent. For real. You say Yandy ain't relevant, but y'all on the same fucking show. Baby, that all I gotta say is Yandy and them suitcases up under her eyes can go to hell. And that's really all I got, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. We had almost 400 people up in here, and I really appreciate it, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, this be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts at the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, someone probably can melt with the cause is dealt. Nigga, I was just wishing, can I be the only bad bitch that you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?